The St Nedelya Church assault was a terrorist attack on St Nedelya Church in Sofia, Bulgaria. It was carried out on April 16, 1925, when a group of the military organization of the Bulgarian Communist Party, directed and supplied by the Soviet military intelligence, blew up the church's roof during the funeral service of General Konstantin Georgiev, who had been killed in a previous communist assault, on 14 April. 150 people, mainly from the country's political and military elite, were killed in the attack, and around 500 bystander believers, who attended the liturgy, were injured. After the failure of the September uprising in 1923, and the prohibition of the BCP by the Bulgarian Supreme Court of Appeal on April 2, 1924, the Communist Party found itself in a difficult situation. The government arrested many activists and the organization's very existence was under threat. Meanwhile, the government continued to increase its pressure on the BCP. Following the killing of Valko Ivanov, an influential functionary, on February 11, 1925, an amendment to the law for the protection of the state, which increased the power of the authorities, was introduced on 10 March. Yako Dorosiev, head of the MO, was then assassinated on 26 March. These events threatened the physical survival of the BCP leaders and angered the MO leadership. They announced that they were ready to put their plan into practice despite the Comintern's disapproval. It has been theorized that the assailants acted with the support of Soviet services, but there is no documentary evidence to support this hypothesis. The MO management assigned one of its groups to the task, led by Peter Abadziev, who himself recruited the sexton, Peter Zajorsky. With his help, Abadziev and Ozan Pavlov carried in a total of 25 kilograms of explosives to the attic of St Nedelya Church over the course of a couple of weeks. The explosives were mounted in a package above one of the columns of the main dome, situated by the south entrance to the building. The plan was to detonate the bomb by a 15-meter-long cord that would allow the assailants a chance to escape. Due to the strengthened guard at Vladimir Nachev's funeral service, the MO chose another victim whose funeral would be used as bait for the assault. At 2000 hours on 14 April, General Konstantin Georgiev, a deputy of the ruling Democratic Alliance, was assassinated by Atanas Tadevichin in front of a Sofia church while heading there for the evening service with his granddaughter. The funeral service of General Georgiev was set for 16 April, Holy Thursday. In order to increase the toll, the organizers sent forged invitations on behalf of the Association of Reserve Officers. At 7 o'clock on the 16th, Zajorsky led Nikola Petrov to the roof, where Petrov would detonate the bomb on Zajorsky's signal. The funeral procession entered the church at 1500 hours that afternoon. The service was conducted by Bishop Stefan, the future Bulgarian Exarch. The coffin was initially placed right next to the column that was to be blown up, but then moved forward due to the large number of people that came to attend the ceremony. A plaque at the church commemorating the victims of the bomb attack. In accordance with the MO group's plan, when the congregation had gathered and the service began, Zajorsky gave Nikola Petrov a signal to detonate, after which the two left the building at around 15:20. The explosion demolished the main dome of the church, burying many people inside. The blast indoors caused further damage. 150 people died during the explosion and another 500 were injured. By chance, all government members survived. The monarch, Tsar Boris III, was not in the church, as he was attending the funerals of those killed in the attempt on his own life in the Arabakonok Pass in Stara Planina. Among the victims were General Kalin Nadinov, Minister of War during World War I, Stefan Nerizov, Commander of the Bulgarian Army at Dodrin, General Ivan Popov, General Grigor Kirkshiev, then Mayor of Sofia Pascal Poskalev, as well as another governor, the Chief of Police, and 3 deputies. 25 women and children were also killed. The attack caused a wave of violent repressions organized by the military union with the government's tacit approval. During the following 2 weeks, approximately 450 people were executed without trial, including poet Geo Milov and journalist Josef Herbst. A mass grave of those killed in 1925 was discovered in the 1950s during the construction of a dam, and Milov's corpse was identified by his glass eye. He had lost an eye in World War I. Many other communists were heavily judged for taking part in the organization. The whereabouts of the leaders of the military organization of the Bulgarian Communist Party, Kosta Yankov and Ivan Minkov, were quickly revealed. With Yankov being killed while defending himself, in the house of an accomplice, and Minkov committing suicide before being captured. A few of the organizers of the attack, such as Zlatarev, Peter Abadziev, and Nikola Petrov, managed to escape to the Soviet Union through Yugoslavia. Abandoned by his party, Zagorski surrendered to the police and made a confession. The assault trial took place before a military court in Sofia between 1 May 11, 1925. Zagorski, Lieutenant Colonel Georgiev, who unsuccessfully attempted to hide Minkov, and Marko Friedman, a military organization section leader, were all sentenced to death. Stanka Dimitrov, Peter Abadziev, Dimitar Grancharev, Nikolai Petrini and Christo Kosovsky received capital punishment by default, with the last three of those having already been killed in the previous weeks. Marko Friedman, the highest-ranked individual of those accused, confessed that the organization was financed and supplied with weaponry from the Soviet Union, but pinned the ultimate responsibility for the attack on Yankov and Minkov, who, according to Friedman, acted without the Bulgarian Communist Party management's agreement. The death sentences were carried out publicly by hanging on May 27. And, if you enjoy this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and share the video with your friends.